Hello everyone, welcome to part 41 of Advanced Ecom series in Laravel 7, and we are going to work on product attributes in this video as well. Okay, so in last video we able to create the product attribute page, and we able to add some of the details of the product, and we able to create this form. Okay, you can able to see that now we can add multiple attributes together, and those can be saved in our product attributes table. And this data you have seen that we have created with this help of seeding. Before some videos we have created this data with the help of seeding, but now we are going to add from the form itself after clicking on the submit button. Okay, so once again we are going to work on this one, and some of the conditions we are going to do, and Laravel validation we are going to work on. And let's do this thing in this video. Okay, and also we are going to show after adding we will show here the product attributes, okay, in the same page itself. That also we are going to do in this video. Okay, so let's start. And first of all, I am going to open the products controller. Okay, so in products controller we have created the add attribute function. I'm going to open this function, and here we able to debug. Okay, like if we will pass some data. Okay, I'm going to pass some data here, so that okay, sorry, this one here, small price 10. Okay, medium, okay, I click on submit. Here the data comes, you can see the data is coming here. Now I will add the for each loop here. Okay, I'm going to take for each loop here. Okay, so here I'm going to take dollar data that is coming to us, but we will pick one of the array we are going to pick. There are, you can see 1 2 3 and 4 arrays are there. I am going to pick the SKU, this array, like this. Okay, so and I am going to check here inside this one that value must not be empty. Okay, so first of all I am going to add this condition. So we need to add many condition here, because otherwise empty data can be filled. Okay, and also we are going to add the condition there as well in form itself. Okay, because no one able to add the empty data. Okay, so here if not empty, then I am going to add here. Okay, I'm going to add all the data here inside this one. So what I will do, I will make it like this: dollar attribute equal to new products attribute. Okay, this is the model name we are having, products attribute. Okay, dollar attribute, first we will get the product ID. Okay, product ID we need to save, and I'm going to check the product ID. We are not sending product ID, so we need to send the product ID as well. Okay, so that is essential to add the product ID here. So after form I am going to add the product ID here as well. Input type hidden, name is product ID. We are having the product ID here, product underscore ID, and value, and here we can pass the product ID, dollar product data and ID. Okay, so this one we can pass. Okay, I need to do that thing again, but I will do that but shortly. I assume that the product ID is coming to me, so I can save the product ID as well. So I will assume here the product ID is coming to me. ID is already there. We are having the ID itself. You can see that we are having the ID, so that is not required at all. Okay, so this ID is already there. Because we are using the same function for posting the data, so ID is already there. We can check that if ID is coming, then there is not required that hidden field that we have just added. Okay, so after that I am going to take the SKU. We already know that we are getting in this function $val. Okay, and after that we are going to take the size, and size we are going to get like this, like $data, it is coming in $data, and then key. Okay, yeah, then size, then key will come here, size, and then key will come here, because we are going to accept this size of 0th element here first. Means you can see it always start with 0, so we are going to take the key. This one will come as 0 first time, then 1, then 2, like this. Okay, so we are going to pick the value of 0th element, this one, small. Okay, after small we are going to pick see this price, 0th element, and this stock. Okay, after that we are going to pick one. It will always see, we have done the for each loop for this one. Okay, so everything, like first in 0th element I'm going to pick this small, and then this SKU, and then this price, and then this stock, and then in next for then and next we are going to pick medium, and this one in for each loop. Okay, so it will work like this. So now after size I need to pick, sorry, so size, price, and stock. Okay, so I will the price also, price and stock. Okay, so after saving, I'm going to save now data, $attribute. I'm going to save it, save. Okay, so I'm going to check here that data got saved or not. After that I will add the conditions as well. I'm going to comment this one, and we'll check here data is saved or not. Here we are not showing still, but I am going to check. No data has come up. Okay, so data has not come up. I am going to check why it is not coming. See, I need to check the model as well. See, the model has not added here, so we need to add the model here as well. Use app products attribute. Okay, so the model is not there, so might be this is the reason, but no issue has come. Okay, so we will see once again. I am going to add some dummy data like this. Okay, so I'm going to check now. Still it is not coming. So I'm going to check add attributes here, attribute form, add attributes, everything seems to be fine. I'm going back. I need to debug the code now, I think. Okay, so here it must work. Products attribute we have also added at the top now. Okay, so might be it is not coming inside this condition. Okay, so we need to debug here. Sorry, this one I have taken the wrong one, that's why the issue has come. Now it will work fine. So I am going to this time not do that. I'm going to add some dummy data like quickly like this. Okay, and then submit, and then you can see the data is coming up here. Okay, so I am going to make this table empty. I am going to play with dummy data only because it will save our time. Okay, so I am going to press like this, and now see one more thing I'm going to do. I'm going to add the required, because see submit, it will accept the dummy data. You can see though it is not adding, but we will not allow the user to click on submit before means he need to add the data in this one. Okay, so for that I will just add required. So I will add the required for all, required, this one for all, required, required and required. Okay, so this one we have added. Okay, so we will add not only here but also in that script. Okay, that page is admin script. So at the last, and then here we required, here also required, we can check, or here it is not required because minimum one you need to add, user need to add. So it is fine here if the user will not add data there. See here, here it is asking to add. And one more thing we need to do, we need to make this to number, like type price number and stock number. Rest everything is fine because this is the admin panel. Here not that much security is required, not that much validation is required. Okay, so here see, you need to fill the data. Okay, so I am filling here some data, and here you can't fill like this. Okay, because it will ask you to enter a number. Here you can see it is asking you to enter a number. Okay, so here you need to add the number only. It will also, you can use it like this or you can use like this. Okay, so like this. Okay, you can use like this, but it will not allow you to add anything else except number. Okay, so now we will once again we'll add some dummy data. Okay, so now see, I'm going to add this data. Okay, you can check, see data has come up here. Okay, you can see okay, so see here the status column we have added to disable the status for this attribute, but this one we will not use right now. Okay, we will use it later on. And right now we are going to use these 4 fields: product ID, size, price, stock and SKU, these 5 one. Okay, and product ID is coming also. So there is no not required, that thing is not required. We can remove this one that we have added earlier. This one is not required because we are already having the ID, product ID there. Okay, so now we need to add these, but one thing we need to make sure, like we will not repeat the data. Like suppose first I am going to make this one empty. Now see, now I am going to add one column here, like same one once again, bt 0 this one, small bt 001 s 1000 that 10. Okay, so I'm going to submit. Now you can see the data has come up here. Now if in case I will add again this one, this same SKU I'm going to add again, then see what will happen. I'm going to add the medium size this time, but the SKU will remain the same, and the price. Okay, so and the price we can add any price. And now see, now it is allowing the same SKU. You can see the SKU is same for both, so it is wrong. We will add only unique SKU for every attribute. Okay, and one more thing, like if you will add small size again for this product. Okay, so any SKU, any price, any stock, but here the small size is repeating. And see here, the small size is there for the same product. See, product ID is 1 and small repeating 2 times. so this data is wrong. We need to add the validation here so that the same size and same SKU won't repeat again. Okay, so the two validation we need to add here. Okay, that is really important. So first validation I am going to add, that is the SKU validation. Okay, inside this we are going to add the validation. So first validation I'm going to add here, SKU already exists. Okay, so this validation I'm going to add first of all. So I'm going to check from the products attributes table. I'm going to take one variable here, attribute count SKU like this, and here I'm going to check products attribute where SKU. Here I'm going to pick color value. Okay, I'm comparing. See if the SKU already exists, is greater than 0, then we are going to return the user return redirect to admin at attributes. Okay, so this is our URL. We are going to or we can simply do return redirect back. Okay, so no need to do like this, redirect back. Okay, and I'm going to add, I will check here that validation success message. Okay, error message validation is not there. I'm going to check in any other page. Okay, so first I will try if this will work, then otherwise I will change. Okay, so see, return, we are going to return back the user if the SKU already exists for the same product. Okay, and here I am going to give some first I am going to try with this one, then if it will not work, then we will change the validation message. SKU already exists, please add another SKU. Okay, so let us try now. Now we are going to check influx attributes. There is no SKU. First I am going to add some SKU like small. Okay, then I'm going to pick it, sorry, SKU, this is the SKU column, small, fine, price 10. Okay, submit. Now same I'm going to add once again. I'm going to add the same SKU once again. Okay, suppose same SKU, sorry, here and here side we can pick the medium side, and the SKU you can see that same SKU here repeating. Okay, so here you can check here, submit, and issue has not come up, and see, but it has not added, that is fine, but this one is not working. So we are going to do with that thing like we have done for our add product kind of thing. So we are going to do that thing, message, success message or error message. Okay, we have earlier also done that. We are going to do this kind of thing. Okay, so here we are going to do this kind of thing, that will work fine. here we are going to show message this one, and copy and paste here, and delete this one will work at the last, and this one we can remove. Okay, and here we will add return redirect back, and this one is the error message. Okay, fine. And like I am going to open where we have shown, sorry, where we have shown the error message, like this is the case. And now we are going to show such kind of like success, and here the error, and here I am going to show the error message, okay. So here instead of this one we are going to show the warning. Okay, so now I'm going to try. So let me add one again. I'm going to try with this one, BTS01 small, BTS01 same side I'm going to add. Okay, so you can see SKU already exists. Please add another SKU is coming up here. Okay, so here we can change the class even to danger. Okay, so it will show in red. Okay, so now it seems to be perfect. See, one condition we have added, this code won't add, same SKU won't add again. Okay, so one more condition we are going to add here. Here also we can use it like this, SKU $value. Okay, so we can use it like this. And now another check we are going to add quickly. We will add side already exists. Okay, this check we are going to add here now. Okay, so for this one we need to do two things. We need to compare two things. Okay, here first of all I am going to take this one. Okay, this site, and here we are going to, here we require first of all I am going to check with the product ID we are having in $ID as a $ID. Okay, sorry $ID, and next one is, that is our size. Okay, we are going to check whether this size already exists for this product or not. Okay, so I am going to take the side in this one, and side we already know that coming like this size, and after that we need to take the key. Okay, $key count, fine. And if the count is greater than, we are going to add here side already exists, please add another side. Okay, so this is the error message. Now I'm going to check once again, and we'll refresh this one. Some error is coming, we are going to resolve this one. One more will come, I think, and now it is working fine. I will refresh, and now what I am going to do, I am going to add this same small side once again. Okay, so small side I'm going to add once again, and SKU we are going to add dummy SKU, dummy price and dummy stock. And you can see SKU already, side already exists. Please add another side because the side is already exists. Okay, so both the checks we have added. Now only the unique data we can able to add. So I will add this time the correct data. Okay, so I'm going to refresh this one, and this time I'm going to add the correct data. Okay, so BTS 01S. Okay, so SKU again I do this one small. Okay, price I'm going to add two more times, medium, BTS and then large, here you have added stock 20. Okay, so I'm going to submit now. Yeah, one more thing. See, if we able to add the data correctly, then success message will also require to come. Okay, so after for each loop we will add the success message, and I'm going to copy this one once again, and here for each loop, after for each, I'm going to add here the success message session flash. Okay, instead of error message I'm going to show here success message. Okay, and I'm going to make it success message so that it will not pick the earlier one, and I'm going to add here uh, product attributes has been added successfully. Okay, product attributes added successfully. Okay, this one has been okay. So now we are going to submit, and see here the message product attribute has been added successfully. The message is coming correctly. Okay, so now we can view and we can see the attributes have been added here. Okay, so that thing is fine. Okay, so now see, we able to add the product attributes, but now we want to show the product attributes as well. Okay, so that thing we are going to do in next video. We are going to show the product attributes here as well. Okay, so that we can able to update those as well. Okay, so stay tuned for next video. Have a nice time. Goodbye.